before I begin, the reason why I didn't do a Let's Play on this is because when I play Shadow of Mordor, I didn't feel like I was, like, enjoying the game. Because I was kind of forcing myself to have reactions and stuff like that. I didn't like it, so I'm just gonna be doing reviews on games and montages and stuff like that. So, is ReCore good? Now, yes and no. There are a lot of flaws in this game, and there are also a lot of really good things about this game. And I'm going to explain why in this video. So, ReCore. This was a pretty hyped game. Uh, I bought this game about a week before its launch because I had the money for it and, like, why not? And I didn't regret my decision. I'll say that. I didn't regret buying this game because it is fun. It is very fun when you like for the first like 4 hours that you play in this game. Yeah, I know 4 hours, sheesh, but it's really fun. And I know what you're thinking. Wait, what are these things? They don't look like anything like the originals. That's because they're customized, and I'll get to that in a minute. But the first flaw about this game that is really annoying is this. Yep, the insanely long loading screens. Oh boy, they're just so annoying. I don't know why the loading screens take that long. I mean, there's like nothing here to render other than like the clouds or something. Like there's nothing special. Maybe that, but it's like, what is that? Why is that loading screen so long? It's unnecessary. Like the longest loading time I've had was about 4 minutes. That's a long time for a loading screen. So what the game's story is, spoilers for anyone who hasn't played this yet. You play as Jewel, and Jewel is supposedly the last human on this deserted planet called Far Eden. And Far Eden is a deserted planet with robots that were supposed to, I think, colonize this planet, but they all went rogue, and now Seth, where are you going? What?
Come to me.
Get over here. Yeah, so Jewel was in cryosleep for 200 years, and the robots were supposed to colonize the planet at at the end of those 200 years. I'm assuming, but I haven't exactly done my research on it. But they were supposed to colonize the planet in 200 years, but they didn't. So now it's just this deserted wasteland that Jewel and her three buddies are in. There's Mac, that last spider guy was Seth, and the red guy in just before was Duncan. And you get Seth and Duncan later on in the game. And my favorite is probably Duncan. Um, Duncan and Mac, because they're really powerful. Seth is alright too. He's actually pretty good. I just don't use him very often because you can only have two companions at once. They were supposed to colonize a planet, they didn't, and so now Jewel is searching for her father, who was supposedly still in orbit, but at the end of the game you realize that she isn't. I mean that his father isn't in orbit. They're all dead. But at the ending, oh my god, the ending! It's so anticlimactic. You kill the final boss, and then she meets her father, and she okay, bye bye, and then that's it. It's like what the heck? I was expecting some. Well, I don't know. It was so anticlimactic. And then this other guy, Kai, you meet him somewhere in the middle of the game, and then he comes back apparently, and then the game just ends. Like what? It's like wait, what? What? It makes no sense. I don't get it. The ending was ridiculous. Also in the game is crafting, and you can use the crafting to Mac. What are you doing? Oh, you look cool. You can use crafting to craft, obviously, parts for your robot companions. Mac right here is a canine frame. His frame is his body. Like he has a canine frame. What are you looking for, Mac? You have a scent? But yeah, I can craft parts for him to upgrade him. And right now I think I have the best parts for him that I can have. What do you want, Mac? But also, there is another frame that I still haven't unlocked. About 12 hours into the game, I still haven't unlocked, and that's the tank frame. Like, what? I don't understand. Is that supposed to be DLC or something? I haven't unlocked it yet. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's DLC or if I just haven't found it yet, because there are a couple places that I haven't been yet because I don't have the parts or the prismatic cores. And prismatic cores are pretty much like collectibles that you have to collect in order to go through certain dungeons and stuff, which is kind of annoying because some of them I don't want to get because the dungeons are just ridiculous. And for some dungeons, oh my god, there are god-awful spawns. When I would spawn, there were these rollers, which are these giant boulders, that would, every time I would spawn, they would always hit me back into the, into death. They would hit me back into death every time I would spawn. So I would have to time my death so that the roller doesn't come back and hit me off the cliff. It was so annoying. And when you craft things in the game, they come up here, which is cool. But and it's really annoying when sturdy canine valves drops from common canine corebots level 11 to 20. Okay. What are common canine corebots? I've killed so many canine corebots from levels 11 to 20, and all I've gotten were these sturdy canine pads. And they drop from rare. They are rare. These are common. I don't know if these are switched, like the rarities are switched, or if they just did a massive typo. Because I'm getting these for days. I'm getting so many of these. Let me just grind that. I'm getting so many of everything except for gaskets and valves. And the gaskets are common. They're common. And I'm getting none of it. Well, I have a few now, but that's just because I found a dungeon that spawns them, which is great. I mean, you can find some places that have them spawn there, but most of the time you can't find it. See, these are exceptional, which I'm assuming is the rarest rarity. And I'm getting so many of them. I'm getting everything except for common stuff. I don't understand. It's I don't understand. I can't even speak. It's luckily when you do find whatever you're looking for. There are plenty of them to go around. Like, look at this. I have tank parts, tank antennas, and antennas, whatever you want to call it, claws, treads, fuses. Like, what am I supposed to use it for? And look, this is locked. Or not that. This is locked. I don't know how to get a tank. Is it... I don't understand. But everything else I have, you can craft other robots, but I don't see the point because you can just switch them anyway, unless you want to have 2 apes or 2 spiders or something. But I don't see the point. But it's... Why haven't I gotten the tank? I want the tank! When you extract the cores from enemies, you get fusion, which you can use in the core fusion to slowly upgrade your core bots, which is kind of annoying because every few times you level up, it goes higher. Like the max that you need goes higher, which is annoying. But you get plenty of them. I mean, for the past hour, I've already gotten 1,000 red fusions, so it's pretty easy to get them, but it it depletes very quickly. And also the UI, it's bugged as heck. It is bugged. I mean, there's notifications for this, right? There's a little yellow dot below inventory at the top of the screen. You see that? Nothing here. Just a bunch of blank. And in the map, on the map, the game keeps telling me, "Oh, you want to go here? Objective, yeah, right here." And I've completed these dungeons so many times. I've gotten everything. Hold on, I've gotten everything from this dungeon, and yet it's still telling me to go there. It's so bugged. And also, Kai, spoilers again, he died supposedly, and the game is telling me to go here. When I try to go there, I can't. It's bugged. It's so bugged. It's ridiculous. And I completed the game, and the game is still telling me to complete the game, even though I already did. I'm sorry if this review is a bit non-specific, and this is like some live commentary. I've never done live commentary on a review. I've always had something to talk about. But I just finished the game last night, and it's about 8 o'clock in the morning now, so I don't really have much to talk about. And also, you can track blueprints to craft for your core bots. See, something like something like this: the blue salty dog canine hind legs. I can press X to track the blueprint, right? So the materials at the bottom right of the screen are worn pistons, worn canine valves, and worn canine stabilizers. Now, alright, so I should be looking for those now. So the game should tell me where they are.
Let's go.
And if I go, like, say, somewhere here, like in the Shifting Sands, which is the last area that you unlock, which has a ton of enemies that you can farm off of. If I go here, alright, finally here. That took forever. So, since I've tracked the blueprint with the worn canine valves and stabilizers and whatever I marked, if I look at the map, it doesn't show where the worn canine valves and it doesn't show where the worn canine valves, pistons, or stabilizers are. The majority of the time, it just shows their spawn points. It just shows the enemy spawn points. And this area is level 11 through 20. This area is levels 21 through 30. And the worn tier of materials are like from levels 1 to like 10. But the majority of the time, if you track a blueprint, all it's gonna do is mark the enemy spawn points and nothing else. It is annoying. Like, if I want to track a certain blueprint with gaskets, which is probably the hardest thing one of the hardest materials that you can find in the game, unless you go to this arena, which is very helpful. This gives you a ton of gaskets. Don't forget about this. Um, Other than that, you cannot find gaskets anywhere unless you find the arena and these little like cubes that are floating in the air. Sometimes they give you gaskets. And it's very rare to find gaskets in this area because these are where the apes are. The gaskets spawn from apes, which there are little to no apes on this entire map unless you do missions and arenas and dungeons and valves too. Like, where am I supposed to find the valves? From canine units? Yeah, but what why is it that when I kill the canine units, all it gives me is stabilizers and other crap? Like, why? They're common. They're supposed to be common, but they're not common. You see what I'm getting with this? It's so annoying. Anyway, there's a chest over here. I'm gonna go find it. There it is.
This ought to be good.
Open sesame. Yeah, and most of your blueprints come from these chests that you open, which is pretty cool. And they're all around the map and through dungeons. And if you complete a dungeon in a certain amount of time and complete certain objectives, you'll be able to open more chests and get more prismatic cores and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, like those things that you see. Yeah, if you sometimes there'll be gaskets and valves or something like that from those, but the majority of the time they're not there. It's really, really annoying. But luckily, luckily it's not that difficult to get them because the valves and gaskets are mostly used for crafting really strong things, so it's worth it. Most of the time, when I craft something for, say, the ape Corebot, um, when I craft something for that, I almost immediately find something better. So I wasted all those materials to craft that thing for that Corebot. So now I have to grind for another 2 hours to get all that stuff back, which is really annoying. Either that or I'm just being dumb and wasting all my materials, but that's not the point. It's just really annoying when that happens. Also, the platforming in this game is really fun. I really like it. Um, it's very smooth, if you could say. It's really precise, and I really enjoy it. And also, this place is called the Shifting Sands. This area that I'm in. Near the end of the game, I found this place, and with Duncan, and he said that it's a shifting sands, and it's supposed to move around. The terrain is supposed to move around. But about 4 hours into this area, nothing's happened. Nothing at all changed. and there's a door right around that corner there that looks like it's supposed to open, and it looks like the sand is supposed to be moved around, the terrain is supposed to be moved around to open that, but I haven't. In that place, there's cell bots, which are keys. Yeah, you have to find around the map, and they lead you to there. I need two more of those. They're red, and I've looked absolutely everywhere around this map to find them, and I can't find them. Either that or the terrain has to move around so that I can find them. But the terrain isn't moving. The terrain is not moving at all. I've looked all around this map to find it, and I haven't even unlocked this door that leads to here, but I've glitched the game, or not really glitched it. I kind of I made my own way, like around here, all the way up to here. Yeah, I'm sorry if this review is a bit different from the others. This is like a live commentary, so I don't really I didn't really think of anything to talk about like beforehand. I just got into it and just started talking because when I reviewed Rainbow Six Siege, which by the way I'm not gonna be reviewing the full game because it's already been off like a year. Sorry, but when I reviewed the Rainbow Six Siege beta, I forgot about a lot of things. Um, so I wanted to play the game while I was reviewing it so that I could remember a bunch of things while playing it, you know? If you're into the grinding, if you're into grind and to farming off of enemies, then this game will be a paradise to you because it takes a long time to get things, which I enjoy. I kind of like the grind. It's I enjoy it. But for others, I can see why this game was disappointing, and I can also see why this game is fun. Um, just the ending is just ridiculous. But other than that, I think I am done. I probably forgot a lot of things. But let me know what you guys think about this game. Did you enjoy it? Do you have it? Does this review help you at all? Does it make you want to buy it? Does it make you want to stay away from it? Let me know while I get beat up by this canine. But until then, until the next video, goodbye.